Hey guys, Ricardo here and welcome to another blog tech tips. In today's tutorial guys, I'll set up the wireless Dex on your S24 devices. Alright, so you can see in the background, that's my Samsung TV. And to set up the wireless Dex, scroll down again, and you should see the option here for wireless Dex. Alright, so this is Dex except you do not need cables. Alright, so you're gonna tap on the option. Once you do, it should say connecting wirelessly. And of course, there you go. It detects the TV. And of course, you can always do this even a secondary way. I could also, to bring up the full settings, I could go here. I can long press on Dex. And of course, it will ask you for connected keyboard. And when it connect wirelessly, or you can hit, sorry about that. Let me move this back and I can hit OK. And it will find a compatible screen. Now, of course, it needs something that's compatible. In this case, it can use keyboard and mouse, but not necessarily, sorry. So it says start Samsung Dex on your 32-inch TV. Now, the reason why this works so flawlessly is because in terms of connectivity and detecting your TVs, because it's a Samsung TV and a Samsung phone. So we're gonna hit start now. And of course, it's gonna say connecting. I may have to adjust this a bit. So here we go. All right, so it's connecting to the TV in the background. It might take a little while sometimes. Make sure it's on the same wireless network as the TV. All right, so here we go. So here it shows you Dex. And what I like about this is that there's no need for any wires. So you don't have to be fumbling around searching for your wires. So let me adjust this. So as you can see here, we are now in Samsung Dex. And here it says how to open touchpad on your phone. So it shows you there to a touchpad. I'm going to hit OK. All right. So Dex, I could connect a wireless keyboard and mouse on someone, or I could do a wire through the USB-C port. So it's up to you. The easiest way is to do it without needing any of those options. So this is the fun thing about this, is that it might save you a lot of time in terms of setting up the Dex this way. All right. So I like this because it simply works. All right, so most people tend to use it wireless. I could disconnect the display as well. So here we go. Now, in order to use Dex, all I gotta do is tap here. And as you can see, I can now use this as a touchpad. So if you're seeing in the background, I'm able to move through. I could even turn this to the sides like this. All right, so I'll keep using it sideways so you can actually see the touchpad. All right, so it says get a productivity boost with Dex. All right. And what I like about this, guys, is that it allows me to deploy this much faster. So it's actually more useful. All right, so I can go to my gallery if I want to. I can go to my gallery and I'll see all of my photos. And remember, it will show up all that's on your phone. So for example, here you can see a bunch of stuff that's on my device. I can close those out. You can go to your apps, so you can see all of my Google apps here. I could even go to YouTube, you name it. I can go to my apps. So if I tap here, you can see all the apps on my phone and they're all here. All right. And best of all I gotta do is simply use it wirelessly. All right. So this is so fun because you can simply break out your phone and simply connect wirelessly. All right. So don't need for a USB cable or to find a USB Type-C cable to match up with your device. And it's so fast. Make sure that you're on the same network for both devices. All right. So the Dex works flawlessly, as you can see. No need for a monitor. All right, now in order to exit, all right, so on your device here, you can swipe up from the bottom of the screen. We can tap here, we can swipe down, we can go back, and all you gotta do is tap Dex once more, and there you go. The TV is back to normal. Samsung is in the background. It's a TV with Samsung Tizen, by the way. And of course, that's how to use wireless Dex. All right, so if you're interested in it, definitely give it a try, guys. It's totally worth it, especially on these newer devices like your S24, S25, S26. All right, so this is the S24 version, as you can see in the background based on the wallpaper. All right, so I hope that was useful, guys, and see you in the next one. Bye.